Hello everyone! Today I want to talk about the Sangonomiya Kokomi rerun and hopefully try to help you figure out if she fits your playstyle and team compositions, so ultimately if she is worth your wishes. Since she is an older character, I won't be going into too much detail and keep the focus more on whether she fits your gameplay preference and later if she fits your account, or in other words, if you have characters that synergize with her. Unfortunately, she's also one of the few characters I don't have, so I'll just show some video footage in the background. With that being said, let's get started. You can deal some damage with Kokomi, but I'm not gonna get into that because for the average player without constellations or her own 5-star weapon, she will likely be a dedicated healer, to be quite honest. Her elemental skill is off-field hydro application and healing, and its large effect area is the main reason that puts her above Barbara as a hydro catalyst healer in my opinion. Her elemental burst skill is another one of those, I like to call them damage stand skills, similar to Raiden for example, so the only way to deal damage with this character period is when her burst skill is active. But Kokomi unfortunately can't crit, which invalidated two of the most important damage stats, which makes this skill kind of irrelevant. And instead of trying to make her deal damage, I think it's better to just give her the thrilling tales of the Dragon Slayers, press the elemental skill and get back to your main DPS ASAP. So her gameplay feels a lot like Barbara to me. So in a sense that makes her actually really easy to build. You just care about max HP. For the weapon you actually use a 3-star weapon that you get from wishing all the time. Thrilling Tales of the Dragon Slayers, make sure to refine it to rank 5 and you have a nice extra attack buff for your main DPS. A lot of people called Kokomi bad when she first released, me included, and it's something I stand by, but now she has access to the Ocean Hued Clam artifact set, which definitely raises her value a lot. She also contributes to the team's damage output with this. But if you don't have any death scaling geo characters, I wouldn't go out of my way to farm this domain. Just use some leftover artifacts in this case. Aside from this, there's also one more thing that happened which raised Kokomi's value to the point where I would call her a viable option in a very niche team composition. First of all, let me just say, as always, she is a healer, so if you're looking for a character that keeps your team alive, she will do just fine in any team composition. But this is obviously not what this video is about. Bennett has a crazy strong attack buff, and Jean and Sayu both are Anemo characters, so they bring the Viridescent set value to the team. You could call the healer slots the most competitive in a way, so unless they have some benefits for the whole team, they are kind of already starting in a losing position, unfortunately. Kokomi is a hydro healer with a good amount of hydro application, so if you're looking for a strong team composition in which bringing her feels meaningful, there is actually one I can think of. The other thing that happened, which I was referring to earlier to make her viable, is the release of Shenhe. Shenhe is a strong support that requires you to bring another cryo character that benefits off of her, so it's either Ayaka or Ganyu. This sets you up with 2 cryo characters, which kind of limits your options to either some jungling male team or a freeze team. And in this specific setup, using a hydro healer that enables the freeze opens up the last slot to a character like a Kazuha or Venti. Both of them have a really great synergy in this kind of team composition. For this, I truly think Kokomi is your best option as a hydro healer. So like I was saying, this is a very niche setup that only involves limited 5-star characters, and to say it directly, if you are pulling characters based on how they perform in combat, I think you want to work towards this, otherwise Kokomi is an easy skip. She is a character I'm missing, and I do have Ganyu, Ayaka and Shenhe, so I would like to try her, but I'll definitely wait for the patch 2.6 livestream to see if Ayato fits a similar role, or if there are other reruns I'd rather want to pull for. Since we have Ayato, maybe they will give us Ayaka as well, otherwise something like Kazuha or Yoimiya could be due, which are the other 2 characters I'm missing. Alright, so with that, we made it to the end. Thank you very much for watching. I hope this helped you decide on whether you want Kokomi or not. And since I feel like a video about this character can easily sound pretty negative, let me just say something that should be obvious. This is a casual game, you don't need any character to do anything, so ultimately it's totally legitimate to roll on any banner for whatever reason you come up with. Maybe you are a collector, maybe it's about how their personality is portrayed, or simply just the appearance. And with that being said, have fun playing the game, stay tuned for the next video, until then, bye bye!